Hello guys, this is Raptormon 132 here, and welcome to my 8th blind commentary video post of My Little Pony Friendship is Magic Season 5. Yep, as you all know, I did episode 7. Today I'll be looking at episode 8. And this one is called The Lost Treasure of Griffonstone. Interesting. Judging by the title, I think I know what this is like. It kind of sounds like a title to a Daring Do story. You know, Daring Do and the Lost Treasure of Griffonstone. And speaking of that, I think that this is going to be an episode involving Daring Do. The reason I say that is because, you know, it sounds like a Daring Do story. Like, it sounds like another title for a Daring Do story, and my guess is that Rainbow Dash is probably going to get involved because, you know, they're sort of allies with her and all of that. And yeah, so I think this is going to be an episode involving Daring Do. But yeah. But, you know, I guess the only way to find out is, as usual, to watch it. So, without further ado, let's begin. Here we go! Ah, Sugar Cube Corner. Hey, Gummy. Ugh. What?
I've been waiting for just the right time to finally try Granny Pie's super special triple chocolate 15-layer marshmallow recipe. It's amazing.
I see.
Let's see. Nutty meringue, chocolate ganache, praline nuts, cocoa flavored buttercream.
Fucking pig!
Our per layer. That's 15 hours of pure baking bliss.
Hey,
I think we're ready
her
to
butt
start
symbol's
the
glowing.
second layer.
Oh, wait.
A cutie mark. You know what this means? The map.
Ah, yes, the Cutie map. Yeah, I know about that.
Could you take over for a bit? Hopefully this will be quick. I'll just measure the baking powder for you.
Oh, rubber ducky.
When the layer cools, you can drizzle some of the ganache over it. And don't forget to beat the egg whites for the meringue.
Ugh, how does she do that with her hair?
Gummy, you're the best alligator baker I've ever met.
Ew. Gummy can't do shit.
My little
Yeah, so it looks like, well, I think it looks like Pinkie Pie is being summoned by the map. Yeah, I do know a little bit about that. My friend actually told me a little bit about that. That the main six or whoever is going to be summoned by the Cutie map, they call it, to solve friendship problems. Yeah, that's one of the things I know about, is that. So, yeah.
This is so exciting. The map is summoning you to Griffonstone.
Griffonstone.
The very heart of the Griffin Kingdom.
Griffin
I know
Kingdom.
you have read
More
about
Griffins.
of Greatness, but Griffins were known to be
rude, insensitive bullies.
You mean Gilda?
Yes,
Gilda.
I mean Gilda. When she came to Ponyville, she was a total jerk to all my friends.
Yeah.
Especially Pinkie Pie.
Not to mention Fluttershy.
Mm-hmm.
So maybe Gilda was a little rude. You still get to go to Griffonstone, and according to this book, it has a
Yeah.
rich...
And just to verify, they're actually not all Griffin. I don't think all Griffins are like that. They're not all rude, insensitive bullies. Like, I can actually think of 3 examples. Well, actually, some examples. For instance, there's, if I remember, there's that baker, Gustave Legrand.
This is not so. For I, Gustave Legrand, do challenge your crude cake to a duel of delectable delicacies against my exceptionally exquisite eclairs. They will undoubtedly strike down all the competition, winning first prize and crowning me le champion.
He's not a rude, insensitive bully. And I know of two others, but even though they're not canon, they're actually real in my... Actually, they're fan characters. That's Glenn and Garda, Raid Raptor's best friends. Well, two of Raid Raptor's best friends. So, they're not insensitive bullies. So, I think stereotyping them as like Gilda is actually wrong. In fact, I wonder if we'll see Gilda in this. Like, if they mention Gilda and they're going to the Griffonstone. Well, actually, I hope not, because... Well, even though the only thing I really like about Gilda is that she's voiced by the same woman that plays Revy in Black Lagoon. That's the only reason I like her, is because of that. But she's actually a bitch. Like, no, not the voice actor. I mean the Gilda. Yeah, and I still suspect that maybe Daring Do might be part of this. So, yeah. Anyway, continue.
Fascinating history.
A fascinating history?
In ancient times, griffins were known to be as greedy as dragons, always hoarding their bits and other treasures. But all that changed when King Grover found the mysterious golden
Grover?
Island of
King Grover?
was made from the dust of golden sunsets, blown across the mountains in the north wind.
King Grover.
Possessing the idol of Boreas filled the griffins' hearts with pride. It said that one great treasure is responsible for
I'll pause later.
Griffonstone into the most majestic kingdom of all the land. And why do you care so much about griffins anyway? It was actually Gilda's visit that made me curious. So I picked up Bygone Griffins of Greatness, and I've been hooked ever since. And now...
Now I can pause at King Grover. The king was named Grover. 3 guesses where they got that. I'll give you a hint. Think of puppets. Yep, you guessed it. Sesame Street. You know, hello there. This is your old pal, Grover.
Hello there. This is your furry blue personal trainer, Grover. Welcome to my monster workout video. Now that is a very interesting movie-going fashion statement.
I can imagine then. I think that's where they get the name. Yeah, is Grover. I wonder if the king actually spoke like Grover. Like, greetings, citizens. I am King Grover. God, that would be so funny. But I guess I'll have to find out. Continue.
Now you two get to see Griffonstone with your very own eyes.
Huh? Just me and Rainbow Dash?
Hey, you can totally take my place if you want. I still had half a nap to finish.
Why don't you just come with us? I mean, you are the Princess of Friendship.
No. If the mountain
Yeah, just go with them.
to the coolest kingdom in all of Equestria and tour the palace and see the actual idol that unites an entire species, which would be super amazing, I'm sure it would have said so.
You could still go anyway.
You two can handle whatever the issue is just fine. I'll stay here and do important princessy things, I guess.
Well then, come on.
That's
Dash.
boring.
We're going to Griffonstone.
Fine.
That's the spirit!
I'm glad you're enthusiastic about it.
What you reading, Rainbow?
Twilight literally wrote a book on what we need to do in Griffonstone.
Really?
Like a guide on how to figure out what problem we're supposed to fix?
And then some.
Well,
Find
Twilight...
Twilight herself in book form.
Always carry bits. The Griffins are sure to help you as long as you share the wealth.
That's a good impression. And...
Can I borrow some bits?
Ugh. Pinky.
Fucking pig!
Arriving at Griffin Gorge, Be sure to pause and cast your eyes northerly, up the Hyperborean Mountains, taking in the breathtaking beauty of Griffonstone. Once in
So that's
Griffonstone proper, go
the kingdom of
immediately to the
Griffonstone.
palace and introduce yourself to the king. Bygone Griffins of Greatness was written a long time ago, and it ends with the coronation of the 14th King of the Griffins, King Guto. I have no idea who's in charge now. Tell the king you've been sent by the Princess of Friendship, and you're there to help with some sort of problem. If for some reason the king can't help, I'd try the Griffonstone Library next. It's a little-known secret that if you befriend a librarian, you can usually find out anything. Plus, as a bonus, there's a statue of King Grover outside. Photo op! And don't forget to sample some famous Griffin
Photo op.
They're supposed to be the best.
Aw, Twilight should have come along. Then she could have seen firsthand that Griffonstone is...
What?
a total dump.
Ugh.
Just look at this place. What a dump.
Yuck, messy, isn't it?
Hey. Wait. The Griffins look different.
Maybe the map should have called Rarity instead of us.
Huh. I just noticed the Griffins are different. They're not cut and paste of Gilda and Gustav anymore. Yeah, I just saw a few Griffins and... I guess the animators did what I suspected they would. They would improve the designs of the Griffins. Anyway, or maybe that's just a few, but... Well, I'll just have to look further. Continue.
Excuse me, sir? This is Griffonstone, right?
How rude.
That was rude.
That wasn't very nice.
See? These Griffins are exactly what I thought they'd be.
Maybe we should just find the palace so we can ask the king what's going on.
Yeah.
We don't have a king.
What?
Losers.
Gilda!
Hello, Gilda. Dash.
Hello, Noman.
Hello, Jerry.
Hello, Noman.
Hello, Jerry.
Hello, Newman.
Hello, Jerry.
What are you doing here? I'm a Griffin? What's your excuse, dweebs?
Hey, these
Well.
Griffonstone.
Look who's back.
The bitch is back.
Well, I was hoping never to see her again, but... Oh well. Nice to see you again, Gilda. Yeah, continue.
Help it what?
Well, we're not really sure, but it involves a map and cutie marks and problem and...
Bored now.
Well,
Bitch.
King, can you at least tell us where the idol of Boreas is?
Don't tell me you really believe in that thing.
You'd better believe in it.
Huh? Who's this guy?
The idol was the best thing to ever happen to us Griffins.
Oh,
Who's
great.
this?
Now you got Grandpa Gruff started.
Grandpa Gruff?
I'll tell you the whole tragic tale.
Ugh, God, he's creepy.
For a couple of bits.
What a kooky man. Or Griffin in this case.
The first Griffin came.
I wonder if that's Gilda's grandfather.
United our
Grandpa Gruff.
We've never been
Duh.
before or since. And he did it all with that incredible idol of Boreas.
What?
And that idol
That was funny.
every Griffin that saw it. From one king to the next, Griffonstone and our golden idol were the envy of all other species.
Envy,
Held
huh?
us together, gave us an identity, right up until the reign of King Guto.
King Guto.
That's when our mask became to steal our Griffin treasure. King Guto tried to fight him off,
King Guto.
but our Amaski managed to get away with the idol. They say when our treasure fell into the abysmal abyss, our pride went with it. King
What?
Guto was the last king of Griffonstone, and we all lived miserably ever after. The end!
That was the saddest
Jeez. So,
Tough tail feathers! No refunds!
No wonder Twilight's book
Jeez.
ended with the coronation of...
huh. Well, so let's see if I got this straight. They're saying that this thing, King Gruto, or this creature came and stole the idol, took off with it, fell to his death in some kind of rocky chasm below into a ravine, and they never got the idol back. And because they kept each other together because of an idol, that they went all to shit. That kind of sounds like it's I could be wrong, but that kind of sounds like similar to what happened in the story and the movie The Hobbit. How they had the King's Jewel, the dwarfs, and how the King's Jewel united all dwarfs, like because they were part of a kingdom, until Smaug the dragon came, stole the treasure, and they lost the King's Jewel, and there hadn't been a united thing ever since. Yeah, I wonder if that's a reference to that. Yeah, the King's the idol being a reference to the Hobbit's, the Arkenstone, I think it was called. How it united all the dwarfs and made the mighty kingdom. That sucks. Well, let's continue.
King Gudo, who would want to record a history that sad?
It's not sad! Do we look sad to you?
No, you look pissed.
Pinky, I think I know why the map sent us here. We need to find the Idol of Boreas and bring Glory and Pride back to Griffonstone. Haha, here we go. Typical pony hero complex. None of us care about that dumb old idol. Don't you get it? We don't care about anything. And that's the way we like it.
I think Rainbow Dash is right. The map sent us here to fix some sort of problem.
The only problem Griffonstone has is you!
You are so cranky. Get a life.
No, yourselves. More like it.
I don't care what she says. We're gonna find that treasure, make Griffonstone cool again, and get back to Ponyville. Come on!
Wait, Rainbow Dash. What about Twilight's advice?
What, taking a bunch of pictures?
She mentioned finding answers at the library.
Knock yourself out.
I don't think they have a library.
Twilight's tour book? I'll be at the Abysmal Abyss finding the Idol of Boreas.
Maybe they don't have a library.
I'm here to find your missing idol and save Griffonstone.
Well,
I'll need some rope, a grappling hook, and a guide to take me down to the Abysmal Abyss.
And I'll need some bits.
well, she didn't look very enthusiastic.
Hey, Gilda! Word on the street is that Griffonstone has an amazing library chock full of answers.
Word on what street?
Okay, maybe not this street, but on other streets, your library is the talk of the town.
Yeah, really?
It's right there, so why don't you go inside and leave me alone?
What? That's the library?
Maybe it's good that Twilight didn't come.
Huh? Look at all those books.
It's sad what happened to your town, King, but Rainbow Dash can't be right. This can't all be because of a missing hunk of gold. You are right, Pinky, and you've got to make
What?
hair. Ah, King Grover, you old charmer.
God. And you just destroyed you vandalized the statue.
I know what Griffonstone needs.
Fewer ponies?
A song! I've got a super song about smiling that's sure to make even the most grumpy Griffin grin.
Can't sing here.
What?
How do you break into uplifting musical numbers with no singing?
Yeah, that's Griffonstone's biggest problem. Lack of uplifting musical numbers.
Well, if I can't sing,
Jeez.
how about a party? If there's one thing these Griffins need, it's some good cheer.
These-
Where's your party store?
They don't have...
Party store?
Yeah, they don't have one.
Nothing cheers folks up like cake. Where's the bakery? Ugh. No singing, no party store, no bakery! What is this place? You're welcome to leave at any time!
Jesus. Well,
That just takes the cake. Wait, no, it can't take the cake because there is no cake, or muffins, or Griffin scones.
Oh, we got Griffin scones. That's my specialty.
I'll buy one.
Griffin scones.
Bits first.
What? Ugh.
Well,
Are they made of mud or something?
what? You like it? That's my Grandpa Gruff's secret recipe.
Ow! I think I broke a tooth.
Well, whatever. No refunds.
Ugh.
Care anyway. I just want to sell enough.
She broke a
so I can leave
tooth.
This lousy town.
I can help you with that.
Ugh. God, you need a good dentist, Pinky.
You think you could tighten the strap on my helmet?
Can you give me more bits?
Never mind. I got it.
So,
Huh.
how deep is this abyss?
How deep are your pockets?
Don't you Griffins ever talk about anything but bits?
Give me some bits and I'll answer.
Look, I ain't in this for your revolution, and I'm not in it for you, Princess. I expect to be well paid. I'm in it for the money.
No wonder Gilda's such
That's
a
a no.
Grandpa Gruff's recipe is good, but it's missing one important ingredient.
Don't tell me. Friendship.
No, baking powder. Lucky for you, I never leave home without it.
What?
Pop those in the oven and you'll have Griffin scones worth their weight in gold.
That was rude.
Aha! I saw that, Gilda! You may act like a gruff, grumbling Griffin, but inside you're gracious and great.
What are you talking about?
You just helped your friend
You're a
out.
liar, Gilda. We saw it.
Her? Greta's just some Griffin I know. We don't have
Greta.
friends here.
Greta? Wait. I should actually point out something, and it's something I discovered ages ago. Like, the name... There's actually a pattern that I've seen with every Griffin. Like, it's the names. Think about it. Gilda, Gustav, Greta, Gruff, and if you count my OC's friends, Glenn and Garda. You know what the pattern is? Yep. The pattern is that every Griffin is every name a Griffin has always starts with the letter G. So there could be Greg, like Greg, Gibson, Glover, but yeah, that's a pattern that I've recognized. Is that all Griffins have like every single Griffin have names starting with the letter G.
By Jove! He's got it!
Clever.
So yeah, that's a pattern I just I wanted to point out, and this just proves it. Anyway, continue.
Friend once. But you saw how that turned out.
And that was your own fault, Gilda.
Oh my gosh! I gotta go find Rainbow Dash!
See ya.
Yeah.
You sure we can't just fly down? Whoa. Never mind. Totally got my answer there.
Where's Daring Do when you need her?
Just gotta find that golden idol and get out of this place. My hoof!
Oh.
Throw me another rope!
You got bits?
What?
Wait!
She He leaves her behind? That's awful. Griffins are heartless.
There you are! Forget about finding the idol! I figured out how to solve Griffonstone's real problem! Scones! Piggy!
No.
Get back here! Yeah!
I think it's because of pride.
Roll for something? Let me look! One rope coming up!
What?
We need help!
Pinky! You bloody idiot!
Where does she think I'm gonna go? I hope I don't go anywhere.
Pinkie Pie, you're a fucking idiot.
Rainbow Dash is stuck on a ledge in the abysmal abyss, and I need your help to save her!
Not my problem.
Of course it's your problem! She's your friend!
Used to be.
Can't you remember when she was?
Yeah, of course.
Yeah, but why did you treat them so badly? That's what I want to know. Oh, Gilda flashback? Huh. Oh,
Did Griffin know that she's supposed to fly at the Junior Speedsters flight camp?
oh, it's those assholes.
Just doesn't want to make you look bad. Hey there, I'm Rainbow Dash, and you are, Gilda? You sure
What?
about that? Stick with me, Gilda, and those guys won't give you any more guff.
Wow.
You're awesome! You too, Rainbow Dash!
Heh. This is completely different to the Gilda I know.
Let's show these guys how it's done.
Strike.
Speedsters are our lives. Skybound swords and daring dives. Junior Speedsters, it's our
Ah, the
quest
genius.
to someday be the very best.
Huh.
Fine, I'll help her. But that doesn't make me her friend.
Duly noted.
Well, it's in.
Except it does.
Who are you talking to?
Good plan, Pinky. Also, sorry to pause, but it just watching that scene makes me wonder. Why did... I noticed that Gilda was very different from what she was when she was... from what she was to now, as she's a bitch. She wasn't one when she was a kid. So, it makes me wonder what went wrong. Like, did something horrible happen to her in her childhood? Was it bad parenting, or... Well, actually, judging by Grandpa Gruff, he doesn't seem like the nicest character you'd ever... Like, he doesn't look very approachable, and... I think it might have had something to do with Grandpa Gruff. Except I wonder, where are Gilda's real parents? Like, did they die, or did they abuse her and did they disown her, or the possibilities are endless, but I don't know if MLP will ever tackle the subject. Because, Gilda, I don't know how Gilda, well, actually, I suspect that Gilda probably changed because of years of torment and abuse. And that caused her to possibly become a bitch and a bully.
I do believe you are right.
So, that's horrible. I just hope that she changes. Well, yeah. Anyway, continue.
Hang on, loser! I'm coming! What took you so long, doofus?
Doofus.
Rainbow Dash! I'm coming for you!
Oh.
Hold on, you two! Huh?
What? That's the skull of the creature.
The idol of Boreas!
Wait. Idol of Wait. Hang on a second. Wait a minute. Wait, was that... Huh, good on you, Gilda. Hang on. Wait. I know movies. Is this a reference to what I think it is? Yeah, I think it is. This is possibly a reference to Indiana Jones and the Last Crusade. You know, the scene where Indiana Jones is trying to, like, Indiana is trying to get the Holy Grail.
I can almost reach it yet.
Indiana? Indiana?
Let him go.
That's really clever. Yeah, actually, I know. I think that is a reference. Man, I wish Daring Do would have been a part of that. That would have been awesome. It would have made an even greater Indiana Jones reference. Wow. Yeah, I know movies, and like a lot of movies, and yeah, I recognize that reference straight away. Choosing the idol over, like, choosing your friends over the idol. Well, like in Indiana Jones, choosing your family over the Holy Grail. Man, and like I said before, I wish Daring Do was part of this episode, because this would have made it would have made the Indiana Jones reference even better. Oh, wow. Anyway, so continue.
To me, than some dumb chunk of gold.
Escape now. Hug later.
Hugging later, climbing now!
Yeah, good point, Pinky.
I'm really
Hey, there's
sorry
a
about how I
Griffin
treated you two.
baby.
Thanks, Gilda.
Apology accepted.
And I'm just sorry we didn't get your idol back. Now we'll never be able to solve Griffonstone's problem.
That's what I was trying to tell you. The map didn't send us here to find the lost idol of Boreas. It sent us here to replace it with something better.
Nothing's better than gold to a griffin.
That's because you don't have friendship. If you could
Yeah, true.
about each other again,
It's friendship and pride.
your kingdom than it ever was before. And you don't need some golden idol to do that. You just need each other.
Whoa, Pinky. That was really sappy.
Sappy, but true.
That's how I roll. Go on, Gilda. Go make a friend.
Yeah.
I don't know, Pinky. You really think these griffins are up for this? We aren't exactly in Ponyville, you know.
Well, let's see.
So she was really weirded out until I gave her the scone. Then she tried it and said it tasted good. That's the first nice thing any Griffin's ever said to me.
Yeah. Pinkie Pie did have a point. Sorry. She did actually have a point that the Griffins relied too much on the idol to actually focus on what was really important. That was unity. That was cooperation, friendship, love, etc., etc. You know, what makes, like, how good the Griffonstone is because of them, not because of some idol. Maybe I should save it to till after the episode. Anyway, continue.
Whoa, Pinky. I guess that really was the problem we needed to solve.
Baking powder makes baked goods and friendships fluffy and delicious.
Oh, rubber ducky!
Whoa,
And that was an interesting thing about...
You want me to spread friendship here by myself? How am I supposed to do that? I haven't even made one single friend yet. No, you haven't. You've made 2.
Yeah, well, remade a friend.
But you'll come back and visit, right? Just try and stop us.
Huh. Well... That was quick.
See you later, you old charmer.
Pinky, who are you talking to?
No, Pony.
Well, you know what they say about people who talk to themselves.
Come on, let's go home and see how Gummy did with Granny Pie's marmalade recipe.
Most likely he didn't do anything. Yep. Well, what do I have to say? This episode was interesting. It, like, seeing the Griffins and, you know, like I mentioned before, the Griffins, the animators didn't actually, like, put a lot of more effort into the Griffins' designs, instead of making them all look like Gilda or Gustav, or something. So yeah, that's like, I'll give it to the animators. They did more effort to make the Griffins look unique, similar to the ponies. So yeah, I'll give it to them for that. And what else can I say? Well, it was interesting seeing Gilda again. In fact, I didn't think we were ever going to see her again. I thought she was going to be one of those characters that we never get to see again. And, you know, like I mentioned about Gilda, it makes me wonder, how did she go from being, like, if you looked at her flashback and looked at her from there, how did she go from, like, actually it's not really a mystery, because, you know, Griffins are always assholes. So, yeah. So, yeah, it actually depends on the upbringing of the child. So, you know, the Griffins, they relied too much, like I mentioned before, they relied too much on an object, like, to actually see what was really important. And that was, unity and fellowship. So, yeah, it's because they relied too much on gold and their greed that they didn't know they forgot what was really important. So, yeah. And speaking of the idol, it was great to see that they did a reference to Indiana Jones and the Last Crusade. Like when Gilda tried to get the idol and chose the ponies than the idol. But yeah. So sometimes I make I actually kept an eye out for an eye out for references, because ever since I looked at references, I've been keeping my eyes open for any references, and if I see something, just anything, I could spot it. Well, actually, there are references that I didn't get, but references I do get, I say instantly. And that Indiana Jones reference was a clear sign. But speaking of that, I'm actually surprised that they didn't involve Daring Do in this. It makes you think, if Daring Do was part of it, she would have gotten the idol. And addition to that, if they would have brought Daring Do, and if that would have, if Daring Do was part of it, and if it was up to her to get the idol, then that would have been, like, that would have made the reference even better. But then again, if they did do that, it would have probably been more too obvious. But yeah, like, I've seen Indiana Jones and The Last Crusade a lot of times, and as well as the other Indiana Jones movies. In fact, I should even tell you that Daring Do encouraged me to watch the Indiana Jones movie, like to rewatch the Indiana Jones movies again and again. It was because of that. So, yeah, and I guess rewatching it paid off because I was able to get that reference. Well, I'll have to look it up and see if it is. So yeah, this episode was interesting, and yeah, but I just hope that Gilda really did learn her lesson. But to my eyes, the way that Gilda treated them in Griffin the Broshoff, there was no excuse for the way that she behaved. Like, the ponies had been been nothing but nice to her, and she repaid them by being a bitch. Like, to Pinkie Pie and to Fluttershy. Yeah, she really had no excuse to treat them like that. So, yeah, that's what I could say. But I just hope that she probably learned her lesson and changed, well, for the most part. But it's good to know that they're on speaking terms. Like, she and Rainbow Dash are on speaking terms again. Although I doubt that Fluttershy will ever want to see Gilda again. Like, she'll probably back away in fear when she sees Gilda, and I wouldn't blame her after how she treated her. So yeah, and yeah, I just hope that the Griffins actually become more known and seen more, like, as the series progresses. In fact, I wonder if we'll even see Gilda in a few more episodes. That would be interesting. But, you know, like I said, the only thing I really liked about Gilda was that is her voice actor. Because, you know, she's voiced by the same one that played Revy in Black Lagoon. Which I'm really encouraged to actually watch that series. So yeah, all in all, I thought this episode was okay, but yeah, it was. I guess it was a good one, so I guess it was reasonable, it was okay, so yeah, I'll leave it at that. I hope you enjoyed my blind reaction to episode 8 of Season 5, and hopefully I'll get on to episode 9 as soon as I can when I get the chance. But as usual, until then, thank you all for watching. This is Raptormon 132 saying bye-bye everyone. Bye-bye.